Everyone, with all protocols observed for all of our specially invited guests, let me first of all welcome everyone here to today's function, our 2026 graduation ceremony. We thank you for being here. So we are going to begin with the processional where our students will come into the hall and will have their seats. So if you all could please stand in recognition of our students. All right, let's all have our seats, please. At this point in time, I would like for everyone to please listen carefully to the safety briefing for this particular facility. It's going to be played, it's a recording, so please everyone pay attention to the safety briefing. Thank you.
P. Ramdan Complex. Before we begin our activities, I'd like to take a few minutes to go over important safety information to ensure your well being and that of those around you. Emergency exits and muster points. Please take note of the nearest emergency exits clearly marked throughout the building. In the event of an evacuation, proceed calmly to the designated muster point located to the front of the building. Do not use elevators during an evacuation. Fire and emergency procedures. If you hear the fire alarm, evacuate immediately. Do not assume it is a drill unless officially stated. Fire extinguishers are located throughout the complex. Only trained personnel should attempt to use them. Call 990 to report any fire or emergency. First aid. First aid kits are available on every floor. In case of injury, notify a staff member immediately. General safety rules. Keep all walkways and emergency exit clear at all times. Report any spills, broken equipment, or hazards to the maintenance or safety team immediately. Wear appropriate footwear and clothing for your activities within the complex. Security and personal belongings. Keep personal belongings secure. The complex is not responsible for lost or stolen items. If you see suspicious activity, report it immediately to complex personnel. If you have any questions or feel unwell at any time, please do not hesitate to speak to one of our staff members. Your safety is our top priority. Let's work together to ensure a safe and enjoyable experience for everyone. Thank you, and thank you for choosing the Dennis P. Ramdan Complex.
At this point in time, we will have the national anthem, so we'll ask everyone to please stand at attention, and this will be played by the Waterloo Secondary School Pan Ensemble. Thank you very much, Mr. John and the Pan Ensemble. Let us all remain standing. At this point in time, we'll have one of our graduating students, Caitlin Ramjatan of 5A, who will recite the school prayer.
get ready for the prayer. After 3, 2, 3. Praise be to you, Almighty God, the creator of the universe and all that is in it. We thank you, Father, for the opportunity which you are giving us to increase our knowledge. May your divine grace enable us to study hard and use what we learn for the good of our fellow citizens. We pray that you will free us from selfishness, lust, greed, anger, and hatred. Warm our hearts with love, fill our minds with understanding, and strengthen our wills in the face of all difficulties. Help us, O Father, to make our beloved country of Trinidad and Tobago the kind of place you want it to be. A place where human dignity is respected, where equal rights are accorded to all citizens, where hard work is encouraged and rewarded, and where you, O God, reign supreme. God bless Waters Secondary School.
All right, thank you very much, Caitlin, and thank you, everyone. You all can have your seats now, please. I am Nigel Foster. I am the Dean for the graduating classes of Form 5 and Form 6. Most of you all will know me. We've been with you all. There's a management team as well, not just myself, including various persons, form teachers as well. And you all would have known us for the past 5 years. In some instances, students have been in the school for 7 years, the sixth form students. And during that time, we've seen the students blossom, we've seen them grow. And we are here now at the culmination of all of their hard work, as well as the work that's put in by the school to help them to develop. And so we are here to celebrate that today, right? So we want to, first of all, parents and everyone else, please applaud the graduating students for their achievements so far. Okay, so we have a pretty good program, a nice program for you all today. There's some entertainment, there'll be some speeches, there'll be some certificates and so on being awarded. And so I don't want to keep you all back from that, except to say that let's hope that we have an enjoyable morning this morning. Right now, I'm going to introduce the Masters of Ceremony for today's program. And that will be Mr. Robin Nanlal and Ms. Shivana Ramcharan.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foster. My name is Rabindra Nandlal.
And I am Ms. Shivana Ramcharan.
We are both teachers of Waterloo Secondary. I've been here a few years. Miss has been here a few years also. I hosted the very first graduation at this school way back in 2005. If any parents graduated back then, you remember then. So, distinguished guests, esteemed members of staff, honored dignitaries, retired educators, proud parents, guardians, invited guests, and most importantly, our illustrious graduating class of 2026. Good morning. It is a profound honor to stand before you this morning as we bear witness to the culmination of years of intellectual endeavor, personal growth, and unwavering ambition. Today is not merely a celebration of academic milestone etched upon transcript. It is a joyous recognition of the resilience, determination, character that each graduate has cultivated within these halls.
Indeed, Mr. Nanlal, it is a privilege to share this podium as we commemorate such a defining moment in the lives of our graduates. If one were to borrow a page of Ladies Whistledown's society papers, she might well declare today the most distinguished gathering of the season. Our theme, A New Beginning Beckons, reminds us that every ending carries within it the promise of a new beginning. You entered Waterloo Secondary School as curious young minds eager to learn. Today, you leave as a confident young man and woman equipped with knowledge, strengthened by experience, and prepared to shape your own futures with integrity and purpose.
The title graduate is one earned through perseverance. Whether your next move, your next chapter leads to higher education, technical training, entrepreneurship, public service, or the world of work, remember that the foundation of your future success was built through your dedication right here at Waterloo Secondary School.
As we begin today's celebration, let us acknowledge the teachers, parents, guardians, and friends whose unwavering support made this milestone possible. We thank you for believing in our graduates every step of the way.
Graduating class of 2026, the world eagerly awaits your contribution. Let us sit back and welcome, and let's enjoy today's graduation ceremony. Every great institution is shaped by the vision and dedication of its leader, and Waterloo Secondary School has been privileged to be guided by a principal whose commitment to excellence has left a lasting mark on our school's community. Many of our students will fondly remember hearing his familiar words echo through the corridors each morning. As you walk through the corridors of today's proceedings, please remember to be kind and courteous to each other. A simple reminder that has become more than just an announcement. It has become part of the culture of Waterloo Secondary School and a reflection of the values he has encouraged all of us to uphold. As this is his final graduation ceremony before his well-earned retirement, it is especially fitting that we acknowledge his years of dedicated service, steadfast leadership, and unwavering commitment to the students and staff of this institution. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my distinct honor and privilege to invite our esteemed principal, Mr. Jainarayan Gobin, to deliver the principal's address. Let us welcome Mr. Gobin with a round of applause.
Thank you, Mr. Nanlal, for that warm welcome. School Supervisor 3, Pandit Ishwar Madhu Maharaj, Karni Education District. Feature speaker, Mr. Aaron Mahabir, a dear son of WSS. Alumni President, Mr. Shane Mohammed. Another son of the soil, APT President, Mrs. Tishal Pasad. Members of all categories of staff, honored retirees, distinguished guests, proud parents and guardians, service providers, and most importantly, our class of 2026 graduates. Good morning, Sitaram, and Assalamu alaikum. Dearest graduates, a new beginning beckons. Today, we don't just close a chapter, we turn the page to a whole new book. For 5 and some 7 years, WSS was your second home. These corridors heard your laughter, your debates, your sir, deadline tomorrow. These classrooms shaped your mind. Now you walk out not as students, but as young adults, ready to write your own story, your new beginning. And what a story you have written with your pen and your mind. Let us pause and give God thanks for your academic success. In CSEC, May-June 2025, Waterloo Secondary stood tall. We saw an overall pass rate of 59.7% with 95 out of 159 students achieving 5 subjects or more, including maths and English. Special congratulations to Javon Bickford and Sharifa Da Silva, who captured 6 grade 1s out of their 7 subjects. To every student who moved from a grade 4 to a grade 2 through sheer grit, that is success too. At Cape, our upper 6 warriors also made us proud. 91% pass rate with 34 out of 38 students achieving a full Cape diploma. We had 11 subjects at Cape level receiving 100% passes. Subjects like pure maths, chemistry, Caribbean studies, just to list a few. Once again, this showed the strength of our teaching and your discipline. To the teachers who marked papers until midnight, who gave freely of their time after 3 p.m., who believed when you doubt yourselves, this victory belongs to you too. But Waterloo Secondary School has never been just about CSEC and Cape grades. We nurture holistic individuals. Class of 2026, you lived that. This year, you represented us with pride. Our mathlete competed in the UV Mathematics Fair, earning a bronze award in the Junior Mathematics Art category, a bronze award in the Mathematics Creativity, and silver awards in the Advanced Level Creativity, Art, Craft, and Design category, while also participating commendably in several other competitions throughout the event. In addition to these achievements, the department introduced 2 key initiatives aimed at supporting student success: a bi-weekly mathematics help desk held during lunch period, where students could receive assistance with challenging concepts, and our annual CSEC mathematics preparation sessions, which were tailored to students' needs by focusing on topics they identified as requiring additional review before the examinations. Our teachers from the Modern Language Department continues to expose our students to the beauty of the Spanish language, food, and their cultural practices. The school has also developed a close relationship with Bocas Lit Fest, Trinidad and Tobago's premier literary festival that showcases readers and writers from the Caribbean region. Every year, we are invited to attend their youth festivals, which is usually held in the month of May. We also have close ties with the counter-trafficking unit of Trinidad and Tobago, where we have entered their spoken word competition and been invited to their showcases at Supper. We also have students enrolled for the Bocas Lit Fest spoken word intercall as well. For many years, we were lacking that element of drama exposure for our students. This year, we were happy to have students of Form 4 drama class participate in leading roles in a production by the name of Mast and Melody. This was made possible through their teacher, Ms. Titus. The director and writer was Mr. Dylan Matheson of San Fernando West Secondary, who graciously invited us to be a part of this play. The 4 students of WSS who auditioned and secured roles in the production were Jaden Phillip, lead actor, Robinho James, main antagonist, Kellen Wilson as father of Melody, and Josiah Toby as a member of the band. 2 of other students also received technical experience while working backstage. The boys under 16 cricket, track and field, and football team made us stand up and cheer as we participated in this year's tournaments. Early this year, our field turned into a sea of colors as the houses battled it out. Fast sprints, funny novelty races, loud chants, and one epic relay finish. The teachers and parents race had us rolling. Most importantly, we played hard, we cheered louder, and we showed what Waterloo unity looks like. But beyond the medals, what made Sports Day 2026 special was the unity. Students who never associated with their classmates were cheering for each other. Best Sports Day in years. Echoes of Waterloo, our carnival competitions, African Heritage Festival, Diwali celebration, and school Christmas concert in December reminded us that you are poets, singers, dancers, and actors. Our Panasam Steel Orchestra and Tassa Group kept our culture alive at every school function. The Interact clubs, cadets, prefect body, and student council continues to make us proud. Our student council hosted their annual charity drive where they would make a visit to a home for the underprivileged children or for the home for the aged during the Christmas season. You led, you served, you gave back to society. You proved that a Waterloo student is not just book smart, but people smart and purpose driven. The Waterloo Secondary School Robotics Club was established in 2019 by Mr. Daniel Brijmohan and Mr. Jerome Ramdahin, with the goal of inspiring students to explore the field of robotics, engineering, and technology. Since its inception, the club has mentored and developed numerous students, equipping them with the valuable technical, problem-solving, teamwork, and leadership skills. Through hands-on projects and competitive robotics activities, students have learned to integrate information technology and STEM's concept to design innovation solutions to real-world challenges. The club's competitive journey began with the first Lego League, where Waterloo Secondary successfully participated on 2 occasions and proudly earned a trophy before the program was discontinued in Trinidad and Tobago. Building on this success, the club participated in the University of Trinidad and Tobago's Sustainabots competition. Our team's project proposal was selected among the top 12 finalists, earning the club 2 Arduino robotics kit, which further strengthened our capacity to engage students in advanced robotics and programming activities. Today, our school robotics club continues to expand its achievements and ambitions. We have been invited to compete in the prestigious First Tech Challenge International Robotics Competition, one of the world's leading STEMs and robotics programs. In preparation for this event, our team has already participated in 4 official scrimmages and is currently in the final stage of preparation for the main competition, which was held on the 27th of June 2026, where we won a 3D printer and award for the team that showed resilience and camaraderie. Over the years, the club has become a platform for nurturing future engineers, programmers, innovators, and problem solvers, while fostering a culture of creativity, perseverance, and excellence among our students. At this institution, the sky is not our limits. We are 4-time Astro Quiz champion, and the team comprises of Javon Bickford, Adian Rangasamy, Varinda Maharaj, Aidan Lachman, Ronaldo Ramkumar, Jaran Maharaj, Samaya Siwalia, and Ziva Gills. This is our 4th year that we have been participating in NASA's Growing Beyond Earth project. At this year's symposium, we were able to acquire a competitive overall mark of 80.8%. We helped in research projects for growing food for outer space and future space missions. This team comprises again of Javon Bickford, Jaran Maharaj, Kiara Durant, Aidan Lachman, Shanara Balrup, Ziva Gills, and Shalisha Niblet. This year, Javon Bickford participated in Kariri's power-up competition, where he placed fourth in his project, which was to create an automatic AI-driven waste collection system for collecting waste batteries and oil. A special mention must be made. Javan Bickford, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, is another one of our most outstanding students of this noble institution. His crowning and pinnacle of achievements is in his representing our school and Trinidad and Tobago this June at NASA's 2026 Space Camp in Texas. He participated in a one-week internship program along with other students who formed Team Trinidad and Tobago. Javan placed third place overall among 9 teams from all over the world. I think that deserves a lusty round of applause. To our graduates, a new beginning beckons. Now, dearest graduates, a new beginning beckons. University, work, business, TSTT apprenticeship, UWE, UTT, MIC, just to list a few. The doors are open, but hear me clearly. Your CXC certificates opens the door. Your character keeps the door open. And as we leave, carry with you these 3 things from Waterloo. 1, discipline. The same discipline that got you through 5 a.m. studies and last-minute SBAs will build your career. 2, resilience. You survived COVID years, flea scares, bomb threat, and maths paper too. You can survive anything life throws at you. Last but not least, service. Waterloo taught you that to whom much is given, much is required. Go out and lift others as you climb. The world outside will test you. There will be no more bells to tell you when to move. No more teachers to chase you down for your SBAs. But this is the beauty of it. This new beginning is yours to shape. In closing, to parents, thank you for trusting us with your most precious treasure. Your sacrifice of taxi fares, lunch money, and midnight prayers made this day possible. The class of 2026, Mrs. Sharanji, our dearest principal, who is on a much-deserved vacation, send her love and best wishes to you. We are proud of you. Waterloo is proud of you. Go forward and make your mark. And remember, once a Waterloo student, always a Waterloo student. Our doors will always be open when you come back to tell us your success story. So today, we don't say goodbye, we say go forth. Congratulations, class of 2026. A new beginning beckons. Answer the call. Remember, put God first place in your journey, for He will take you places you never dreamt of. Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you, Mr. Gobin, for those warm words of welcome. We will truly miss your daily blessings. We would like Mr. Gobin to stay on stage as we present him with a token of appreciation done by Samaya Sawalia. A lusty round of applause for Mr. Gobin and his years of service, please. Education flourishes through visionary leadership and the collective efforts of those who remain committed to shaping the future of our nation's young people. Our next speaker continues to provide guidance, encouragement, and support to schools throughout the district. Pandit Ishwar Madhu Maharaj serves as a school supervisor with the Ministry of Education, where he is dedicated to promoting excellence in teaching, learning, and school leadership. With years of experience in education administration, he has provided guidance and support to schools, principals, teachers, and students, helping to foster academic achievement and holistic development. A revered pundit of the Swaha organization, he is widely respected for his spiritual leadership, dedication to community service, and commitment to preserving and promoting Hindu values and traditions. Renowned for his integrity, wisdom, and compassionate leadership, Pandit Maharaj continues to make a lasting impact on both the education sector and the wider community through his unwavering service and exemplary leadership. Please, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to invite our School Supervisor 3, Pandit Ishwar Madhu Maharaj, to bring greetings.
Thank you to the MC. Acting Principal Mr. Gobind, Ms. Ramesa, Acting Vice Principal, members of staff, both teaching and non-teaching staff, feature speaker, specially invited guests, members of the PTA, your wonderful parents that I see, and you, the graduating class of Waterloo 2026. Good morning. Good morning. I want to thank the MC. That really was a very gracious welcome. Maybe my contribution won't be as long as the introduction there. It was mentioned, I saw Mr. Gobind receive a token. On my own behalf, on behalf of the ministry, before I continue, I really want to commend and thank Mr. Gobind. I know he's soon will be leaving on pre-retirement leave after a distinguished career in education. And parents, students, I wanted to give him a round of applause. I also want to recognize Ms. Anisa Ramlal, who was recently promoted to the position of Dean. I know she would have liked to remain at Waterloo Secondary, but unfortunately, or fortunately, as the position opened up at Aranguez North, she had to proceed to take up her promotion. We congratulate her, and I would like you to recognize Ms. Ramlal also. Now, I listened to Mr. Gobind calling out some of the achievements, accomplishments of Waterloo Secondary and you, the wonderful students. And I agree with him. You have persevered. You have done the very best. You have challenged yourself. You have reached to the top in various spheres, I will say, not just academically, but in various extra and co-curricular activities. And that's a credit to the entire staff. The parents also support. So students, I wanted to give the fantastic staff, including Ms. Chiranji, who is on leave, and all the administrators, teachers, non-teaching staff also. Please give them a round of applause. Because I'm proud of Waterloo Secondary, and at the ministry, we are regularly, I will say we are bombarded by requests. Many parents would have come in and actually been asking again and again to have their children transferred into Waterloo. Some of you sitting here would have been transferred into Waterloo. And that is a testimony to the high standards and achievement of the school that is in high demand. And this is something that we are grateful to the staff, entire staff and administration for maintaining such high standards. Now students, you have been supported apart from the staff by your parents, who I see all around. And the little team that I see here is little, but it's a big reminder. A new beginning beckons for all of you. A new beginning beckons. You are finishing Form 5 studies. Let me see how many of you here, well, where are the Form 6 students? To the back, right? So you all are going to to university. How many of you know what you're going to do, or you already got into university? Well, you know, you get your provisional acceptance. Any of you? How many of you intend to go on and do a degree right away? A few of you. Very good. The Form 5 students here, how many of you intend to come back and do A-levels? Keep. Wow. Parents, so a lot of them seem to be going into the workplace. All right, if not, keep, how many of you are moving on to a diploma or certificate program? Some studies after. All right, I see a few more raising your hand. I want you to have a plan in mind. Put your hands down. How many of you have no clue what you want to do next year and the year after that? Be honest. I see a few people. So these are the ones I'm really worried about. Parents, talk to them. Have a plan. You have I will say about a month until results come out. Sit down, do your research. Don't just watch all the TikTok reels and so on. Do some research and see what else I can do to make my life more meaningful. Because it is a new beginning for you. It's a new beginning. You're continuing your journey, you know, but it's taking a different path. And as you approach this path, you know what? For some of you, that pathway might not be well lit like in this Dennis P. Ramdan complex. Might be darkness is all you're seeing. And you could only see the few feet in front of you. But once you could see the few feet in front of you, what do you think you're going to do? Start moving forward. Start moving forward. Don't just stop and say, well, I can't see what is ahead there. I can't see. I don't know if I can make it till the end. Keep moving forward. And then as you move forward and you make right decisions guided by people like your teachers and your parents, you will start to see your way. And light will start to shine. And you will eventually find that you could see the end to that long corridor or that tunnel or whatever it may be. But you could only do that if you set certain goals and targets for yourself. So all the way at the end, whether it's a degree, a master's, a PhD that you want to achieve, you may feel that right now that is far off and you can't get there. Set targets, achievable targets or goals. Students, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So you may not be able to, you can't move straight into a master's, but you may have to start a diploma program, you may have to do CAPE, you may have to do some certificate course first before you could move on to that. Set your goal, set those targets, and work towards them. And then with the support of your parents and other stakeholders, I know you will achieve it. And the final, I will end with this statement. It's something I heard growing up that I always find, is powerful, at least for me. All of you, as you move forward, there'll be many things that you feel you cannot do. You cannot do it, you cannot accomplish. And people will tell you cannot do it either. They will say, better give up and do something else. You can't be a doctor, you can't be a lawyer, you can't be a teacher. Try something else. I want you to look at yourself closely and tell yourself, I am not going to let what I cannot do interfere with what I can do. There's a lot that you can do. And if you do what you can do and do it well, you will move closer and closer towards those things that you think you cannot do and you cannot accomplish. So my advice for you, set your targets, close, achievable targets, short-term targets then. And when you get there, the far-off goal will be easily achievable. Work hard. On behalf of the Ministry of Education, I want to say I'm pleased to be here today with Waterloo Secondary, and I want to highly commend all the parents, all the members of staff, and to you, the wonderful graduating class. I wish you the very best, unbounded success as you move forward. And again, on behalf of the Ministry of Education and the Carney Education District, congratulations to all of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pandit Madhu Maharaj. Panditji, we invite you back on stage For a small token of our appreciation, Mr. Govind will be doing that presentation. It is often said that a child's success is built upon a partnership between home and school. The Waterloo Secondary School Association of Parents and Teachers continues to play a vital role in strengthening that partnership, supporting our students, our teachers, and the wider school community. Ladies and gentlemen, please join with me in welcoming our representative of the Association of Parents and Teachers, Ms. Zenet Bahal.
Good morning to our principal, vice principal, ministry representative, dedicated teachers, distinguished guests, proud parents and guardians, members of the school management team, and most importantly, the incredible graduating Form 5 and Form 6 class of 2026. On behalf of the Waterloo Secondary School Association of Parents and Teachers, it is both an honor and a pleasure to stand before you today to celebrate this very special milestone. To our graduates, give yourself a round of applause. You made it. To the parents, we also made it. We survived the early mornings, forgotten homework, last-minute projects, and those famous words, "I thought it was due next week." So today, we all deserve a round of applause. Today is proof that every sacrifice was worth it. Graduates, life after secondary school is exciting, but let me prepare you for a few realities. Out there, Google won't always have the answer. Your parents won't always be there to remind you about deadlines, appointments, or that important email you have been putting off. Your teachers won't be chasing you for missing assignments or giving you a second chance because you forgot. And believe it or not, your future employer probably won't be impressed by "my Wi-Fi wasn't working," "I left my laptop at home," or the timeless classic, "my dog ate my homework." Adulting is like opening an exam paper when nobody told you what chapter to study. But here's the good news. You've already been preparing for it. During your years here at Waterloo Secondary School, you have learned much more than mathematics, English, science, principle of accounts, and principle of business. You have learned resilience. You have learned to adapt. You have learned to recover from disappointments, celebrate success, build friendships, solve problems, and keep moving forward when things have become difficult. Those lessons will take you much further than any textbooks ever could. On behalf of the Waterloo Secondary School Association of Parents and Teachers, I want to thank every teacher, every member of staff, and every parent who played an active role in shaping your kids. Education has never been a journey taken alone. It has always been a partnership between home and school, and today we celebrate what that partnership has accomplished. Graduates, as you leave these gates, remember where you came from. Carry the values your parents taught you. Respect the lessons your teachers shared with you. Never stop learning, never stop asking questions, and never stop believing that you can achieve more than you imagined. Success is not measured by the car you drive, the title of your business card, or how many followers you have on social media. The true success is measured by your character, your kindness, your integrity, and the positive impact you leave on others. Dream big, but don't forget to work hard. Aim high, but stay humble. Celebrate your victories, but learn from your setbacks. And please, when you become doctors, engineers, teachers, entrepreneurs, even accountants, police officers, mechanics, chefs, artists, or even the Prime Minister one day, remember Waterloo Secondary School. And if you become millionaires, remember the APT too. We gladly accept donations. As I close, I leave you with this thought. Graduates, as you step into the next chapter of your lives, whether your journey leads you to A-levels, university, or the world of work, remember that graduation is not the finish line. It is simply the beginning of a new adventure. Never stop learning, because life's greatest lessons are often found outside the classroom. Remember, setbacks and failures are not signs of defeat, but stepping stones on the long, winding path to success. Have the courage to dream big, but don't be afraid to start small. Every successful person you admire once stood exactly where you are today, uncertain of what the future held. Success isn't about never failing. It's about getting back up every time you do. As you pursue your goals, work hard, remain humble, and let your character speak louder than your achievements. Treat people with kindness, lead with integrity, and always be willing to lend a helping hand. The world needs intelligent people, but even more, it needs compassionate people who use their knowledge to make a positive difference. No matter where life takes you, never forget where you came from. Carry the lessons you have learned, honor those who believed in you, and whenever you have the opportunity, reach back and help someone else rise. Your success will even be more meaningful when it inspires others to believe that they can succeed too. Your future is not written where you started, but by the choices you make from this day forward. Every dream begins with one step. Every success begins with one decision. To keep going, even when the journey becomes difficult. Class of 2026, today you will receive a certificate. Tomorrow you begin writing the next chapter of your story. Make it a story filled with courage. Make it a story filled with purpose. Make it a story that makes your families proud and your communities even prouder. Congratulations again, graduates. As the new beginning beckons, may your future be bright, your opportunities endless, your Wi-Fi always strong, and your alarm clocks always work when you have a job to get to. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God continue to bless Waterloo Secondary School and the Association of Parents and Teachers. Thank you, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, Mrs. Bahal, for that motivating speech. While students may leave Waterloo Secondary School, the lessons learned, friendships formed, and memories created remain for a lifetime. Our alumni continue to inspire future generations through their achievements and continued connection with our school. This next speaker left, but he came back. Came back as a distinguished art teacher. It is now my pleasure to invite our alumni representative, Mr. Shane Hanson Mohammed.
All right, good morning to everyone. Good morning, our specially invited guests, our staff, our parents, our alumni members, and most importantly, our graduating class. So today marks a pivotal point. It's a point where I myself have endured, where you would have gone through a long period of trial and tribulation, late nights, studying, panic attacks, a lot of different tribulations that lead up until this point right now. And I would like to let you all know that it's not over. It's just the start. You've dipped your toe into the pond of what it means to work hard and to gain that wisdom to live well. That wisdom that we gain for living well is not only a pivotal reflection of what Waterloo is about, but it's a point that we like to engineer our students for when they enter that world of work to strive. The Alumni Association is an active organization that has been established since 2008, and since that time it's been an organization that has been built upon bringing back to Waterloo Secondary School. We've established that our students who graduate and leave this institution go out there and they go on their own separate adventures, but whenever they feel the need to come back home, they feel the need to give back to school, or they feel the need to reconnect, they can look for that through the Waterloo Secondary School Alumni Association. So on behalf of the association, I would like to deeply congratulate all of the students who have made it through this milestone, and I'd like to wish you all the best of the future years within the world of work and thereafter. So again, congratulations to the graduating class. One last note, I would like to let you all know that the association will be conducting free resume writing and interview workshops. We'll be conducting that during the July-August vacation, and you all can register for it on the side after the ceremony. Okay, so thanks again.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shane Hansen Mohammed. He was this big when he started Waterloo, by the way. Eh? Okay, maybe a little taller. Every graduating class leaves behind a unique story, one that is filled with memorable experiences, lasting friendship, challenges overcome, and dreams realized. It is now time to hear reflections from students who have experienced that journey firsthand. These young ladies have been students at Waterloo for 7 years. They came in 2019, and this year marks their final time as students of Waterloo Secondary. Please welcome to bring Form 6 reflections, Brandy Hicks and Kiara Durant.
Good morning, Principal, Vice Principal, teachers, parents, distinguished guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. As we stand before you today, celebrating the completion of a milestone that once seemed never-ending, it's hard to believe that after all the assignments, exams, projects, deadlines, and countless hours of studying, we have finally reached the finish line.
Now, where do we begin? We first started in Form 1. Our bags were full of textbooks, notebooks, and enough stationery to open our own store. In Form 6, however, they were mostly filled with snacks, chargers, a deck of cards, and prayers. Nevertheless, we wasted no time ensuring that we completed all our IEs, excelled in our studies despite the countless tears, moments when we doubted ourselves, when exams seemed impossible, and when giving up felt easier than pushing forward.
Yet despite every challenge, we persevered, ensuring that we made the best out of our 2 years at Waterloo Secondary. From planning events such as the Horror House, where ironically we were just as spooked by the amount of challenges faced, running from teachers to ensure that funds were raised to hosting events, and running to them for the answers for the countless questions we had. And funny thing, it was all done for free.
Of course, no speech is about Form 6 would be completed without mentioning our amazing teachers. They were more than just educators. They were mentors, supporters, and sometimes even a source of comfort during stressful days. They brought snacks for us to enjoy, took care of our needs, shared stories and lessons about the world beyond the classroom, and even played classical music to help us relax when the pressure felt overwhelming. Most importantly, they showed us genuine love, patience, and care, helping to make our Form 6 journey one we will never forget. Even the ones that occasionally forget our names somehow always remember when a lab was missing.
And although we may have been considered troublemakers from time to time, I think that we can all agree we were never troublemakers with bad intentions. We were simply a class full of energy, laughter, strong personalities, and unforgettable memories. Whether it was the constant talking, the last-minute studying, or our ability to turn almost any situation into a joke, we brought life to every classroom we stepped into. It was the spirit that helped us unwind, bond with one another, and create memories that we will be laughing about for years to come. Most importantly, it was that same spirit that transformed classmates into friends and made our time at Waterloo Secondary truly unforgettable. As we prepare to leave Waterloo Secondary, we do so with more than just certificates and qualifications. We leave with friendships that carried us through the challenges and triumphs of these past 2 years. By Form 6, some students became so rare that seeing them in class felt like spotting a legendary Pokemon. Nevertheless, these were seeing the people you could always share and count on. Whether it was for a quick game of all fours during a free period, sharing notes before an exam, pulling an all-nighter study session, or somehow surviving a group project that taught us how to do the work of 5 people, all while still putting their names on the paper. They were always there when it mattered most. These friendships, built through shared experiences, laughter, stress, and perseverance, are among the greatest things we will take with us as we move on to the next chapter of our lives.
Let's not forget how grateful we are to our parents who showed us continuous gratitude, such as the many sacrifices that were seen and unseen, to even reach this final stage in our lives. Thank you for the encouragement and for believing in us when we couldn't for ourselves at times of struggle. You grounded the foundation for our success, and that's why we are where we are today, and will continue to reach our paths with your love and support. You must know that our success is not ours alone, but yours as well. It reflects your hard work, dedication, and sacrifices done for us to reach this unforgettable moment that we will always cherish. As this chapter comes to an end, we urge you that this is not the end of your story, as there is a new chapter of adventures ready to unravel. This isn't always going to be a straight, direct path, but one that would fill our minds with doubt and uncertainty, ready to crush our spirit. But do not fear, because boy, oh boy, if you made it this far, then you can most certainly find a way.
To the class of 2026, if no one told you today, we are very proud of you.
If you ever feel like your efforts were not enough, look around you. You have reached a milestone that many only dreamed of achieving. Today you can proudly say, I made it. You are here today not because the journey was easy, but because you refused to let it define your limits.
Each of us have our own path to success, but together we have shared a journey that has shaped who we are today. Remember, this is only the beginning. Countless opportunities await for you to shine. So believe in yourself and never let anyone take your light.
Congratulations to the class of 2026 of Waterloo Secondary School, and may God continue to bless you all. Thank you.
Thank you, Brandy, and Kiara for those heartfelt reflections. Every graduating ceremony is enriched by words that challenge us to dream bigger, aim higher, and embrace the future with confidence. Our next speaker has graciously accepted the invitation to inspire today's graduates as they prepare to begin an exciting new chapter. Our speaker is a proud past student of this institution, graduating from Waterloo High School in 2011. He has returned today not only as a distinguished professional, but as living proof of what is possible when a student from these grounds dares to dream and works relentlessly to make it real. He pursued a Bachelor of Law at the University of the West Indies, St. Augustine, graduating in 2026 on the Dean's Honor List. During this time, as a law student, he distinguished himself not only academically, but in areas outside of the field of study, and was awarded the Development and Endowment Star Scholarship by the University of the West Indies and the School's Choice Award of the Faculty of Law. He went on to obtain his legal education certificate from the Hugh Wooden Law School and was admitted to the bar of Trinidad and Tobago in 2018. During this time at the law school, he distinguished himself in the area of advocacy, earning the Justice Wendell Kangaloo Memorial Prize for Best Advocate, the Robert Mateo Salier Memorable Prize for Best Performance in Trial Advocacy, and the Keith S. Sobayan Memorial Prize for Demonstrated Leadership and Initiative. He also represented the law school in the Caribbean Court of Justice International Law Moot competition. Since his admission to the bar, he has built a formidable legal practice spanning civil and criminal litigation, constitutional law, administrative law, judicial review, and commercial matters. He has appeared before the Magistrates' Court, in the High Court, the Court of Appeal, the Industrial Court, and the Judicial Committee of the Privy Council, the highest appellate court of the legal system. Among his most notable matters is the landmark of the Privy Council of the Achille Charles the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, which examined the constitutional right to apply for bail in murder cases, a matter of profound national significance. He is the associate of the Chartered Institute of the Abattoirs and currently leads his own private practice, the Law Office of Aaron Mahabir, advising corporate clients, the state entities and individuals across the full spectrum of legal matters. In the area of governance and public service, he has served as the director of the Board of Directors in the Trinidad and Tobago Television Limited, TTT. He is the former council member of the Law Association of Trinidad and Tobago and sits on several of the association members' committees, including the Legislative Review Committee, the Human Rights Committee, and the chairman of the Subcommittee on Refugee Policy and International Compliance. He is also a member of the Criminal Justice Board, an inaugural committee established by the Honorable Chief Justice of Trinidad and Tobago, which is significantly aimed to addressing the backlog of criminal cases in our justice system and strengthening the efficiency of the administration of justice. Giving back to the next generation of legal professions, he serves as an associate lecturer at the Hugh Wooden Law School, where he tutors students in trial advocacy with the focus on criminal law, training tomorrow's attorney in the discipline of reasoned, effective advocacy. He is, above all else, a son of the community, a past student of this very school who has gone to serve his profession, his country, and his people with distinction. Ladies and gentlemen, please give a warm Waterloo welcome to our feature speaker, attorney at law, Mr. Aaron Mahabir.
The protocols having been established by the principal, Mr. Gobin and Pandit Maharaj, I will adopt them. So a pleasant good morning to all the graduates, the parents, the guardians, the teachers, the academic and non-academic staff. As you have just heard, my name is Aaron Mahabe, and I must thank the moderator for such a warm and kind welcome. I am an attorney at law, and while I was sitting in that seat, listening to the PTA rep, Miss Bahal, use the excuse of a dog eating an assignment. Very funnily, someone used that in a courtroom because they were supposed to give out a document and the document was not located. He said, well, you know, my dog ate the document. So the judge very comically says, well, bring the dog to the courtroom. The attorney who ran that argument said, but the dog cannot speak, my lord. So, suffice to say, the excuse did not work in the courtroom. So, graduates, today I spend most of my days in the courtrooms. But before all of that, I used to spend my days in a garage replacing suspension bars. Time and time again in that garage. And I tell you this because I want you to bear those two images in mind at the same time. On the one hand, a young fella standing, well, covered in grease in the garage, and on the other hand, this same young fella standing before a courtroom dressed in a suit, addressing judges. Because somewhere between the garage and the courtroom lies the message I came here to deliver to you today. And in delivering this message, I want us to do something a bit unusual. Each and every one of you will have received an invitation for today's ceremony. On that invitation, I believe it will have said, there is graduates, your new beginning beckons. What I want us to do is to focus on those words. Because, well, rest assured, this is not a pub quiz. I don't intend to challenge you all and give you any examination. So what I intend to do in the next few minutes is for us to interrogate those words. Maybe during the course of the exercise, something might resonate with you. Maybe, if you find me funny, you might have a laugh now and then. But certainly, I will have done this exercise yesterday, and three things would have stood out to me when I looked at those words. So let us begin. The first two words, there is graduates. That means something, because the invitation did not say there is students, there is awardees, there is future employees, there is candidates. And certainly, well, thankfully, it did not say to whom it may concern, because I think that would have been a weird way to start a graduation ceremony. Except there is graduates. And if you look at that, that seems to suggest strong resemblance to the opening line of a letter. A letter that was written by your school to each and every one of you in your personal right. It's not a letter written to the class of 2026 graduating class. It's not that. It's a letter written to each and every one of you. So that's the first thing that stood out. But before that letter, the invitation says a single word about success. Before it makes mention to careers, before it speaks about university, qualifications, achievements, it is reminding you of something far more important, your worth. It's telling you that you matter, not because of your academic qualifications, or the certificates you will get, the awards you will receive, the university you will attend, the job you might find yourself into in the future. Not because of that. You matter because you are you. And that is further solidified with the very first word, there is. There is not a word we use loosely. It's not a word we say casually. You don't hear people walking into KFC to say, there is cashier, may I have a 2-piece on fries, please? is a word we reserve for those we truly cherish, for those people we value deeply, for those people who matter. And I think that is a message each and every one of you need to hear today. Because we live in a world where our worth and value are somehow dependent on our performance. It's dependent on how many likes you have on Facebook, how many followers you have on your Instagram account. It's dependent on the grades you receive, the certificates you get, the university you attend, and even the school that you come from, and whether you finish before everyone else. The world keeps telling us to prove our worth. But you know, your school, when they sent you that invitation, is telling you something far different. It's telling you that your worth comes before your achievement. That before you are graduates, before you are professionals, leaders, entrepreneurs, you are someone worthy of respect and dignity. And that is how every new beginning should begin. So that's the first two words. And the message we got thus far is one, you got a personal invitation, and two, you matter. That is the default position. You matter. You are someone worthy of respect and dignity. So let's go on to the other four words, because the 6 words that were printed on this invitation. The other 4 words says, your new beginning beckons. Notice what it doesn't say. A new beginning beckons. It says, your new beginning beckons. That 4-letter word, your, it says something. It's small, but it's powerful in that context. Because the future that lies ahead for each and every one of you will not look the same. Some of you might go into Cape. Some of you might be enrolled in university. Some of you might learn a trade. Some of you might go out to the world of work. I was sitting over there and I heard someone say they have a business, so some of you might start a business. And some of you might go out to serve your country, service people, police, fire officers, prison. And some of you might become part of a profession that doesn't exist today. And that is all okay, because your journey will differ. Your destination will differ. Your timeline will differ. Some of you might get there quickly. Others might take the more scenic route. I took the more scenic route. Some of you might have setbacks before breakthroughs. But none of that means that you are falling behind. All of that is okay, because the letter that you each receive is the same. Your new beginning beckons. It doesn't say someone else's beginning beckons. But what does it mean to beckon? And I think that is the strongest point. Now, who has a smartphone? 1 second. Right. To beckon, I did exactly what you all would have done in a situation like this. Go up in Google, in your smartphone, what does it mean to beckon? It says to call, to invite, to reach out, using hand gesticulation. So that word, it creates an image of someone standing by a doorway with a stretched out arm saying, come, come this way. There is something waiting for you here. That illustration, graduates, it reminds you that the future is not something that's just simply going to happen to you. It's not something that is going to come to you. It is something that you must each choose to walk towards. One act of courage at a time, step by step. That's all it takes. That is the invitation before you. Not just to simply graduate, but to answer that call. And that's the third thing that stood out to me when I looked at those 6 words. We must choose to walk towards the beginning that beckons. And you know, 15 years ago, there was a young man, I think he was a good-looking fella. He stood just like where you all stood. His name was Aaron Mahabir. And he answered that call. He sat in the same classrooms as you all, wrote exams, walked the same corridors as you all, worried about his report book cards, spent countless hours in the night thinking, oh, I should have said this in the exam instead. Oh well, sad. He did all of that. The only difference is that when he came into this school, it was called Waterloo High School, not Waterloo Secondary School. And yes, there were teachers he was so convinced that were out to get him. Yes, he was a troublemaker too. He would give a little trouble, disrupt some classes, got reprimanded. I'm seeing Miss Singh over here, she reprimanded me many times during Spanish class. And you know, that person is now standing before you today because he realized that the teachers were not out to get him. They were just simply doing what good teachers do. They would have seen some sort of potential in that young man that he was too young to see for himself. I tell you this because potential is something that I have come to realize. It does not have a postcode. It doesn't matter where you come from. Potential is based on what you make of the opportunities before you. And many, well, just now I told you that I was a mechanic many years ago. And I am not ashamed of that, you know. I spent countless hours in the hot sun, covered in grease. My hand have grease under its fingernail, and I catching my tail to get it out. I am not ashamed of that, not then and not now, because that garage taught me many lessons a classroom or a textbook cannot. It taught me discipline, responsibility, to take pride in doing the smallest of work. Because whether it be tightening a wheel nut on a vehicle or preparing submissions with arguments before the Court of Appeal, there is someone looking at you, crossing their fingers, hoping you get it right. And graduates, all of that build character. Character is not something that will automatically come to you when you get a degree or when you pass CAPE or CSEC. Character is something that is forged long before anyone notices your success. But you know, all of those skills and the lessons that I learned in the garage, they stalk me up until this very day. They become part of me. They followed me in UE, then in law school, then in the courtroom, and now in boardrooms. They are part of you. So I want you to bear this in mind. Your first step is not your final destination. Sometimes the road that starts in a garage ends in a courtroom. Sometimes the road that starts in Waterloo Secondary School will extend far beyond the horizon that you cannot imagine. And I say that because I will have personally experienced this. You will come across people that based on where you come from, they will hand you a ceiling. They will tell you, because you come from a particular place, a school, a family background, because you come from a particular neighborhood, you have reached as far as you are going to get. When people do that, I want you to do something. Don't bother wasting your time arguing with them. Smile at them. If you have to fake a smile, fake the smile. Thank them for their opinion and go and find a ladder or better yet, build one. Because history has never been changed by people who accepted the ceilings placed upon them by others. It has been changed by those people who never stop climbing. And while I was in UE, I was still working in the garage. But you know, I was also working part-time in UE. So, studying for law, working 2 jobs, that was my life. There were days where I felt exhausted, where I felt as though I'm not good enough, I was overwhelmed. And days where the starting line where I am and the finish line felt so impossibly far away. In fact, I contemplated it might be easier to just give it up. I already have the mechanic job there. But you know what? I kept going. And I tell you this because success is rarely built by talent alone. More often than not, it is built by not giving up, showing up again and again and again. Hard work is not the enemy of excellence. It is the engine of it. And yes, there have been days where during my entire progression after Waterloo, even now, I have been disappointed. There are days where I have looked at carefully made plans fall apart, where I worked so hard for opportunities that for some reason did a U-turn and didn't come my way. But let me tell you what that taught me. It taught me lessons that success cannot teach. You know, failure is a good teacher if you are willing to become a student. Because failure that is examined becomes wisdom. Failure that is understood becomes experience. And failure that is learned from becomes preparation. I tell you this because do not be afraid to fail. I have failed many times before I got to the point I am here now. But the question is not whether you would fail. Sadly, the reality is you would fail. Life is not black and white. The question is whether you will pick yourself up time and time again and keep climbing. And after hearing from what Principal Gobin said, I am not in any way doubtful as to whether you will keep climbing. This school has went on to do lots and lots of things that my generation, my class, did not. And I think that deserves a round of applause for each and every one of you. Now, there is just two more things I want to tell you before I close. It's something my generation did not get. You see, you all walk around with this device in your pocket. That device, when you look at it, it allows you to compare your life with someone else's. You see the holiday, but not the debt that paid for it. You see the achievement, but you don't see the sacrifice behind it. You see the smile, but you don't see the struggle. You see the celebration, but you do not see the setbacks. You know, social media has this extraordinary way of making other people's life seem complete, yet at the same time making your life feel somehow unfinished. Don't believe in that illusion, because some of the happiest looking people on social media are fighting problems that none of you all know. So the point I'm making is never compare yourself to someone else. Life is not about a race running on identical tracks. You have your own track to run. Some people will find success at 18, some at 28, others at 34, 38. That's all well and good. Some people will build quickly, some will build quietly. Neither path is superior. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday. So if it is that you are growing, if you are becoming wiser, kinder, if you are learning, then you are already succeeding. And one day, life will place a blank piece of paper in front of you and ask you to write a letter. Just like the letter that the school wrote to you. This time the letter the school wrote to you was 6 words. Your letter will have to be longer. And it's not going to be written with ink. It will have to be written with your choices, with your discipline, your character, your perseverance, with your kindness, with way you will have treated other people, and the life you choose to build. And when that letter is finally written, I hope it reads something like this. I answered the call. I embraced the beginning that beckoned. I came from Waterloo Secondary School. I am proud of that. I worked hard. I failed. Sometimes I learned. Sometimes I got back up. Eventually, I picked myself back up. I remained kind despite all of that. I kept going. I persevered. I never stopped believing that I will succeed. And I became everything that I was capable of becoming. Because in my view, maybe somebody might disagree, but in my view, that is the ultimate measure of success. It's not whether your life was easy, it's not whether your life was perfect, it's not like everything went according to plan. It is whether you had the courage to keep writing, even when the pages became difficult. You know, I don't know if we have history students here, but history will remember Waterloo as the place where one man's journey ended. That man was the great Napoleon Bonaparte. But I hope that one day, when people do hear the name Waterloo, they think of this school, they think of this graduating class. They think of the young men and women who are seated here today, who embraced the new beginning, who left this place determined not only to make a living, but to make a difference. So congratulations, class of 2026. We are proud of you. I am proud of you. Go and meet the beginning that beckons. And may you always have the courage to answer its call. God bless each and every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mahaber. Mr. Gobin, would you please join us on stage as we make a special presentation to Mr. Mahaber? I remember teaching Mr. Mahaber just a few years ago. Thank you very much again. Any Marvel fans here? Any DC fans? Who's better, Marvel or DC? You say Marvel. You know who's the guy that created the Marvel Universe? Anybody? Stan Lee. Stan Lee created the Marvel Universe when he was 39 years of age. He drew the first comic strip, The Fantastic Four. It's never too late. He had many failures. All right, so just remember that. Now we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to have some creative expression. Our next person on stage is one of those poets that the nation is lucky to have. Romero Gowrie is a two-time Youth Award nominee and has touched some of the biggest stages nationally and internationally. From Marshall Monday to the Brave New Voices Festival in Philadelphia, where he represented our country. Once a custom voice on the 96.1 radio frequency through the Free Speech Project, blessing our airwaves with a formidable way of expression, Romero seeks to capture the heart and minds of the young and old each time his lips part. A spoken word coach to many young artists, Romero has coached and produced for many poets and for pageants, Queen shows, and Best Village. He is a physical education teacher, entrepreneur, and uses his talent to change lives, just as his was once changed through the use of words. Please welcome, for our spoken word performance, Mr. Romero Gowrie.
good morning. Special good morning to everyone. A special good morning to you, the graduating class of 2026. So for my performance this morning, I would need your assistance a little bit. Right? So it's a call and response piece, which would mean that I would need to hear your voices as well. Right? So every time I raise my hand like this, you're going to say, I am on another level. Right? So you're going to try it first. This is your dry run, right? Now we have a big graduating class here. Right? So I hear you louder than that. We're going one more time. I didn't feel I could work with that yet. We're going one more time, right? Let's go. All right, you working with that? Yes, today is the day you graduate. Of course, I know for this time you just couldn't wait. But as you step out into this world of unknown fates, I hope you hold the faith that faithfully carries you through the fate that awaits. Because trust me, it's waiting. And it doesn't get any easier because outside here you will meet the ones that hating. But graduation is a great thing. A stepping stone to great things. But like a movie producer, we are not in control of the ratings. So let them talk and say things. But you tell them, yes, today you're leveling up. But on that sentence, don't put a full stop. Instead, put a comma. And let the sentence continue. And fight with everything within you to hold your balance to walk upon this tightrope of life. Yes, today you graduate, but be mindful that the outside world is ready to show you that it's more than signing a book when you're late. And just know that as your favorite apps update yourselves to meet the criteria for the new levels that await. Because we all know that the higher the level, the harder it is to pass. And I mean, who really runs a race with the expectation of finishing last? Because sometimes in life, you don't always get a second chance. It's like that small leader find your swag off, so she ain't it in your second glance. So today marks the day that you begin to believe that anything you put your mind to, you can achieve. Yes, believe that you can fly. Believe that you could touch the sky. Yes, touch the sky. Not the R. Kelly kind of touch, but the touch that ensures that every obstacle you crush. Because, yes, you are. And in every battle, be proud of the scar. Because scars mean that you survived. After all these years of work, your graduation day has arrived. An accomplishment with every minute of this moment, in this moment where faces evoke gestures of pride. Proud we are that you armed yourselves with the fortitude to journey along this ride. But the journey doesn't stop here. Mash down the X and kick in another gear and let your spray grounds of success. Because what's the point of settling for less when yesterday you were Drake, but today you upgrade to Kendrick. And I ain't trying to be funny, I ain't Cedric. But with smiling faces, goodbyes and embraces, a time in the mind that never erases. It's been years that you've gone through these spaces. It's within these walls that you've had your best and worst days, so say it loud when my hand raised. Yes, and that's what I want you to always believe, because a man must aspire in order to achieve. Waterloo, thank you.
I feel that performance deserves our next round of applause. Thank you, Mr. Romero, for that moving performance. The role of the valedictorian is one earned through dedication, perseverance, and academic excellence. Representing the graduating class of our of our valedictorians now share their reflections on the journey that has brought us to this memorable occasion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Curtis Benjamin and Samaya Sawalia on the stage.
Look at you now, look at you now. I remember when you were so small, couldn't even reach the door at all. Now you're standing tall, cap and gown.
Good morning, distinguished guests, members of staff, parents, guardians, invited guests, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2026. My name is Samaya Sawalia, and standing beside me is my fellow valedictorian.
Curtis Benjamin.
It is both our honor and privilege to stand before you this morning, not only as valedictorians, but representatives of the graduating class of 2026. People always told me home wasn't a place. It was the people you shared it with. For the longest time, I never really understood what that meant. How could a person be a place? How could a classroom ever feel like one? But standing here today, I finally understand. Because somewhere between our first day and our last, this school stopped being just a building. It became a home. Yet home looked different for every one of us. For some, it was the friendships we built. For others, it was the teachers who believed in us and discovering talents we never knew. And for my fellow valedictorian, Curtis, home became the place where he found himself.
Right. So when I first came to this school, truthfully, I didn't want it to be here. And I think that's something many of us may have in common. You see, I was in a season of my life where I carried hatred, not only for the world around me, but for myself. Anger became my language and trouble became my companion. I did not concern myself with the future, for I was too occupied with the battles of the present. There were some struggles at home, self-imposed situations that were too young for a small mind to carry alone. And so I wandered through life in darkness. I sought comfort in places that could not sustain me. Some friendships came and went like passing seasons. Relationships began and ended before they had the chance to mean anything. Everywhere I looked, I saw uncertainty, not only in myself, but amongst others beside me. Then there was a guy that came into my life. Today, this guy is my brother. He may never fully understand the impact he had on me. His name is Jonathan Lala, and I would love for you to give him a round of applause. Yeah. That's my little brother, sworn little brother right there. And he helped me to remember that there was more to life than just pain. Through his influence, I wanted to change, not to be like him, but to be the kind of person he represented. A person trying to be the best version of himself. And so should we all. As time passed, I stopped viewing the world through lens of bitterness. I began to notice things I had once ignored. I saw the sacrifices of my parents so that I could have opportunities they never did. I saw many teachers who believed in me even when I struggled to believe in myself. I saw people guide me in ways I never knew I needed. And through all of it, I came to understand something profound. I am blessed, for I know who I was and who I am now. I know where I stood and I know how far I have come. The Lord hears prayers whispered in silence. He sees tears that never reached another soul. He remains present even when we feel abandoned. I was nothing until he decided to change that. Now I'm valedictorian of my school, something that had never even crossed my mind. Praise be unto the Lord.
Thank you, Curtis. I think what makes the class of 2026 so special is that although we all wore the same uniform, none of us shared the same story. Each of us walked through these gates carrying different dreams, different fears, different struggles, different hopes. Yet somehow, this school brought us together. Our journey began through secondary school was unlike any other. When we entered in Form 1, COVID-19 had changed everything. School wasn't what we imagined it could be. One day it was the girls attending, the next day was the boys. Some lessons were online, the others were face-to-face. And somehow between all that ruckus and trying to remember whether it was actually our day to attend school, we slowly adapt. But by third term, we finally all came back together. And that's when our truly began. Over the years, we learned lessons that could never be taught from a textbook. We learned resilience, patience, and we learned how to adapt when things did not go according to plan. And we learned that sometimes the best memories are made in the most ordinary moments. Of course, not all our memories came from inside the classroom. We'll remember the fundraisers that somehow brought the entire school together, the carnival celebrations filled with color, music, and school spirit, the dances we all counted down to, the assemblies, the competition, school sports day when everybody suddenly believed they were Olympic athletes, the laughter that echoed through the hallways. We'll remember the food and nutrition students convincing everybody they weren't stressed while trying to finish their portfolios just before Carnival, Ms. Ramlal. The Spanish students suddenly questioning every life decision they had once oral examinations came around. The PE students who somehow managed to spend an impressive amount of time practicing badminton. The SBA season when every classroom became a support group. And despite all the stress, all the complaints, and all the times we said we can't wait to graduate, here we are. We made it. Some of us even had opportunities we never imagined, even the privilege of meeting the acting Prime Minister, the Honorable Jolene John. Moments like these reminded us that education isn't only about passing exams. It's about discovering who we are and who we have the potential to become. When I think about these 5 years, I don't think I'll remember my test scores first. I'll remember the people, the conversations between classes, the laughter that somehow got louder the moment a teacher stepped outside, the ordinary days that somehow became unforgettable. And because while we were busy waiting for graduation, we didn't realize we were living the moments we'd want miss the most. People say yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. I think this morning proves exactly that. Yesterday gave us memories, tomorrow holds opportunities yet we never imagined, but today belongs to us.
But now I must speak not about myself, but more importantly to you all. You see, the world is growing darker and night has not yet fully fallen upon us. When that hour arrives, many will be unprepared, for too many walk by sight and not by faith. Some of us place our trust in what is temporary and neglect what is eternal. Before darkness consumes you, find the light within yourself, nurture it, protect it, and strengthen it. And when you see your neighbor stumble because he or she cannot see the way, do not mock them, do not leave them behind. Take their hands, share your light, walk together upon the straight and narrow path. For the greatest purpose of a light is not merely to shine, but to guide. For I tell you this because we are the future. For years we have watched the others shape the world around us, but soon that responsibility will belong to our generation. We will decide what kind of world follows after us. We can choose division, hatred, and destruction, passing those burdens to the generations yet unborn. Or we can choose unity, compassion, and purpose. We can build something greater than ourselves, something rooted in faith, founded upon love, something so strong that no enemy seen or unseen can shake it. The future is not something we inherit, it is something we create. Thank you.
Thank you, Curtis. As we prepare to step into the future, there are people without whom none of us would be here today. To our teachers, thank you for believing in us, encouraging us, challenging us, and reminding us that we were capable of more than we sometimes believed ourselves to be. I will forever cherish my subject teachers, every sacrifice, every dedication, patience, and for guiding us in the step of the way. To our parents and guardians, thank you for every early morning, every sacrifice, every word of encouragement, every prayer, and every opportunity you gave us. None of us reached this moment alone. Before I continue, if you would please allow us a personal moment, can I please ask if my parents and Curtis' parents please stand?
Yeah. See that little body.
Mommy, don't cry, because I was about to cry. Everything we stand here today is because of you. Thank you for believing in us before we believed in ourselves. For every sacrifice you make without asking for everything in return. For every lesson you taught us. For every prayer you whispered when we didn't even know you were praying. These achievements may have our name on them, but they belong to you just as much they belong to us. We hope that today makes you proud as you have always made us. We love you more than words can ever express. Now, we wouldn't want this moment to just be about Curtis and I. Can we please ask if all parents please stand and graduates join me in a round of applause for them.
Big up all yourself.
You may be seated. And I would also like to take a moment to highlight my school parents, Mr. Nazir and Ms. Ramanan Singh, who have been a constant source of support throughout these 5 years. Thank you for every conversation, every lesson, every encouragement, and every moment you reminded me that education isn't only about becoming a better person, but a better student. For some students, teachers become more than teachers. They become a safe place, a source of strength, a second home. Thank you for being that for me and so many others. And finally, to the graduating class of 2026, a part of me is very sad because I know that after today, life will never quite look the same. Some of us will go to university, some of us will start working, some will still be figuring out things, and that's okay. Because as excited I am for what's ahead, I'll always be grateful for what we had. I never really understood what people meant when they said home wasn't a place. Now I do. Home was never about these buildings. Home was never about these classrooms. It was the people who filled them, the friendships we built, the teachers who believed in us, the memories we created, the ordinary days that became extraordinary simply because we lived them together. As we leave here today, I hope we carry a piece of Waterloo with us whenever life takes us. Not because we'll never find another home, but because this was the first place that taught us how to build one. I leave you with this simple message today. I used to think everything had to mean something. Every silence, every ending, every goodbye. Now I've learned to just let things simply exist. A day could just be a day. A moment can pass without becoming a lesson. Every chapter does not need an explanation, and not every feeling needs a name. Sometimes you're just living, and maybe that's enough.
Wisdom for the living well, or as we know it as our motto, okay, wisdom for living well, but it is our Latin thing that I sort of forgot how to pronounce it. But congratulations, class of 2026.
The days were long, the nights were tough. We dreamed, we prayed, and that was enough. Through every test, through every fight, we found our way, we reached the light. And now we stand with heads held high. With grateful hearts we testify. For every step we know it's true. Our teachers and parents, we thank you. We made it through, together we shine. Our dreams are here, the future's mine. With love and faith, we'll see it through. This victory.
Thank you so very much, Samaya and Curtis, for those inspiring words. You know, it reminds me when I went to school not so long ago. I ain't that old. All right? So we have a special item on today's program. It would... Testing. Yeah, we have a special item on today's program. It's not listed in the handout program that you have. It is a young man who wants to do a piece on the keyboard. He's from 5A. He is Sydney Gattising. Let us welcome Mr. Sydney Gattising as he does a lovely piece for us.
Thank you, Sydney, for that beautiful piece. Ladies and gentlemen, we now arrive at one of the most anticipated moments of this evening's ceremony, the presentation of certificates. Each certificate represents years of perseverance, commitment, and achievement. As each class is presented, we kindly ask that you hold your applause until all the graduates within that class have received their certificates.
So for this exercise, we will be asking the form teacher to join us on stage as they do the distribution of certificates. And we will begin in alphabetical order with the students of 5A. You know what A stands for in 5A? Anybody knows? Amethyst. So we begin with 5 amethysts. So at this time, we invite all the students of 5 Amethyst to please stand, and you are assembling in the order that they would have worked out with you. And you are entering the stage on your left, which is my right, and you are exiting on the opposite side. We begin with Alessandra Abdul. Jaden Abinas. Tyrese Allen. Soraya Bailey. Johan Bakker. Shania Bansraj. Curtis Benjamin. Selena Baula. Joshua Chandler. Jeremiah Davis. Anya Deusaran. Aliyah Edwards. Jamia Chandler. Alexa Ganpat. Sydney Gattising. Avinishka Haripasad. Sachin Jairam. Jada Janki. Omari Jones. Jonathan Lala. Saira Mewalal. Shamilia Mohammed Ali. Nicholas Mohammed. Dimitri Pereira. Caitlin Ramjatan. Samir Rampasad. Samaya Rogers. Moses Samaru. Tristan Sampat. Samaya Sewalia. Ryan Somar. And finally, Jaden Alex Wharton. Let's get a lusty round of applause for the graduating class of 5A.
We now move on to the class of 5E. So we welcome their form teacher, Miss Sunny, to the stage.
Look at you now. Look at you now. I remember when you were so small, couldn't even reach the door at all. Now you're standing tall, cap and gown, the whole world waits.
All right, so students of 5E, we are just shifting our plans. You are entering from stage right as opposed to stage left, and you are exiting on stage left.
Aliyah Abraham.
From your first steps to the stage today,
Danielle Alcantara.
you've got the whole world in your hands. Go write your story, chase your plans. You were scared sometimes, I know.
Nyron Andel.
You never gave up, now your future's wide open and bright. Baby, go and live your life.
Saisha Badal.
All those tears led you right here.
Ariana Belengi. David Bishop. Kimora Kalist. Brianna Clark. Mateo Deonarain. Atalia Edwards. Kayla Glasgow. Vashesh Gopi. Selena Hussein. Jabari Jeffrey. Anaya Jofield. Alice McCoon. Manisha Mohammed. Samika Mohammed. Joshua Mohan.
I remember tiny fingers
Natalia Prasad.
wrapped around my hand. First day of school, you didn't want to let go. Skin knees and
Krishan
bedtime
Raghunanan.
stories. watching you understand. Where did all those years go?
Kailash Ramdeen,
Capping down the world away, son. Trying not to cry, but son, I just can't
Serena
help it.
Ramlogan,
So proud of you, my son. Look at who you've become.
Dylan Ramsamooch, Bhavna Ramsumer Singh,
And I'll always be proud of you, son. I see you walking up
Javon Reed,
holding your head so high, the same eyes that once looked up to me, now looking at the sky.
Rondell Richards,
Every late night, every test, and standing here, I know for certain you gave
Caden C. Paul, Sachin Sivnarain, Shawnell Smith, Kishon Sukdar, and the best for last, Justin Williams.
Let's have a round of applause for the graduating class of 5A. We now present certificates to the graduating class of 5R. That is the Ruby House. So all students of 5R, you know the protocol. You are to stand and you are to come to the corridors. And of course, we invite the form teacher of 5R to please join us on stage to present the certificates. Ms. Ramesa. And we begin with Kimani Alexander. Haley Balgobin. Justin Balgobin. Sahara Bharat.
First steps across the kitchen floor. Bedtime stories, one more chapter, please.
Naima Blackman.
Scraped her knees and birthday candles. Backpack bigger than your frame. First day nerves and brave goodbyes. Nothing's ever
Jediah Blake.
When did all those years go by? Blinked and now you're standing tall. Time moved on, but in my heart I saved
Dana
it.
Chaitu.
I saved it all. I still see the little you in every single thing you do. Standing there so proud.
Brianna David.
I see the kid through it all. The world sees who you become, but I still see where you started.
Sahara Emmanuel.
Look how you grew, but I still see the little you. Capping down your
Shaquanta Pierre.
ready for what lies ahead. I remember when that little voice
Kyla Glasgow.
Now you're chasing bigger dreams, got the whole world at your feet. But when I
Leonardo Gobinda.
same little soul like me, when did all those years go by? Blink
Kavish Harilal.
time moved on, but in my heart I saved it. I saved it all.
Chelsea Holder.
Every single thing you do, standing there so proud and tall, but I see
Khadija Joseph.
the world sees who you become, but I still see where you started from. Look at you now, look how you
Nia Maraj.
no matter where this life may take you, no matter how far you may go, always be my baby.
Llewellyn MacDonald.
I still see the little you in every single thing you do. So proud of who you
Angelo Singh. Angelo Rajaram.
I still see
Madhavi Rampasad Sankar. Adrian Ramsubag. Deshaun Samaru. Jada Sipasad.
like yesterday you were so small, holding my hand.
And of course, Richie Supersad.
First day of school, you waved goodbye.
Thank you very much. Let's hear it for the graduating class of 5R.
And the years went by like pages in the wind.
Thank you very much, form teacher. Thank you very much, Mr. Foster. So now we have an entertainment item. All right, so we have an entertainment item for you. You know, at Waterloo Secondary, we have a lot of talented students. If you look to my left, which is your right, you'll see our students lining up. Who are these students and why are they here? I'll tell you who they are. These are our Waterloo Secondary School Bollywood dancers. They have been trained by none other than Miss Candice Mahaboob, and they have represented our school on many occasions. One of the fondest memories is that they took part with us in the Tasarama competition, where we placed first and we also placed third. And they have represented the school on numerous occasions. Let us hear it for the Waterloo Secondary School Bollywood dancers.
बोले चूड़िया बोले कंगना हाय मैं हो गई
माथे पे चमके इसके सूरज की लाली, होठों से झलके देखो मस्ती की प्याली, बल खाए ऐसे जैसे चंपा की डाली, इसकी अदाएं सारे जग से निराली। मेरा यार दिलदार बड़ा सोना, मैं देखूं बार बार इसको, मेरा यार दिलदार बड़ा सोना, मैं देखूं बार बार इसको।
किरणें लुटाए देखो चारों दिशाएं, खुशबू का झोंका लेके आए हवाएं, चाहत के रंगों से है रंगी फिजाएं, सारे जहां से कहती मेरी निगाहें। मेरा यार दिलदार बड़ा सोना, मैं दे दूं सारा प्यार इसको, मेरा यार दिलदार बड़ा सोना, मैं दे दूं सारा प्यार
ओ दुनिया फिरंग स्यापा है, फिक्र ही गम का पापा है, अपना तो बस ये चापा है, फिक्र करे फिक्रे।
चुइंगम है चपी जा, हैंड पंप है दबी जा, लाइफ द जूसा कटी जा, फिक्र करे फिक्रे।
दुनिया फिरंग स्यापा है, फिक्र ही गम का पापा है, अपना तो बस ये चापा है, फिक्र करे फिक्रे। चुइंगम है चपी जा, हैंड पंप है दबी जा, लाइफ द जूसा कटी जा, फिक्र करे फिक्रे।
कुछ रहने का नहीं लगता कोई टाइम से हो रबा,
और भूल फिक्रा है जिगरा तो संग मेरे बोल लड़िपा, और भूल फिक्रा है जिगरा तो संग मेरे बोल लड़िपा, और भूल फिक्रा है जिगरा तो संग मेरे बोल लड़िपा, और भूल फिक्रा है जिगरा तो संग मेरे बोल लड़िपा।
Let's hear it one more time for the Bollywood dancers. So we invite the graduating students of the class of 5S. And Miss Williams, as form teacher, will present the certificates. So all students of 5S, please stand and make your way just before the stage. Mr. Nazir will direct you where to enter the stage. You all see Mr. Nazir, right? So 5S, you go towards Mr. Nazir.
From your first steps to the stage today, seems like yesterday, but here we are. You've got the whole world in your hands. Go write your story, chase your plans. You were scared sometimes, I know you were, but you never quit, you never gave up. Now your future's wide open and bright. Baby, go and live your life. All those years, all those tears led you right here. I'm so proud of you. Look at who you become.
Amia Ali.
Every single thing you've been through made you who you are. And look what you've done. I'm so proud of you. Standing in your moment now. We always knew you'd make
Jaden Atwell. Anjun Baruch. Megan Bisnat. Nadia Balkisun. Vinash Putram. Kyle Baiju. Yamina Douglas. Jonathan Francois. Celine Ganga.
Remember back when we were just beginning. Didn't know the road ahead would test us all.
Darian Harilal.
Moments when we felt so small. But we kept going.
Darian Joseph.
Every struggle made us stronger. Every tear just built us up.
Sri Devi Maharaj.
And now we're standing here together.
Emily Narain, Sanjay Narain, Kyla Pradum, Adrian Rampasad, Carissa Ramrup, Dana Ramsarup, Kenson Raphael, Caitlin Riley, Melissa Sudama, Justin Suruj, and Sydney Tanis.
Let's hear a lusty round of applause for the class of 5S and their form teacher, Miss Williams. Thank you, Miss Williams. We now move on to the graduating class of 5T. 5T stands for 5 Topaz, my house. So all students of 5T, please make your way to stage right. And we invite the form teacher, Miss Mahaboob, to join us on stage to present these certificates.
I remember tiny fingers wrapped around my hand. First steps across the kitchen, learning how to stand. Bedtime stories, scraped up knees, ribbons in your hair. Every single moment.
Students of 5T.
And now you're standing tall, cap and gown and all. I can't believe my eyes. Proud of you, my daughter. Look at who you become. From the day that I first held you to everything you've done. Proud of you, my daughter. You were worth every tear. That's my girl, that's my baby, and I'm so glad I'm here. Late nights at the table, books spread everywhere.
Samir Ali Fiabin.
You didn't see it then, but I saw it all along.
Ashley Aziz. Avantika Baliram. Kyle Basdeo. Divan Biku. Janaya Bokaj. Kiana Boyce. Leah Chance. Christabel Deonarine. Chelsea Dory. Joshua Friday. Shobha Gangapasad. Ziva Gill. Daniela Hamid.
I remember tiny fingers.
Angelina Jagesa.
First day of school, you didn't want to let go. Skin knees and bedtime stories.
Dimitri Juggernaut.
Where did all those years go? Now you're standing there, cap and gown, the world away.
Zidane John.
Trying not to cry, but son, I just can't help it on a day like today. So proud of you, my son.
Kabir Lakan. Navita Lalchan. Shashti Raghunath. Govind Ramdas. Nathan Rampasad. Kiara Ramsamuj. Shania Ramsarup. Kahil Rollins. Mariah Riley. Ariel Sitaram. Vital Singh. Wendell Smith. Shekinah Thompson. And the final Form 5 name, Uriel Victor. Let's hear it for the class of 5T.
We now invite the Form 6 Upper 6 class to make their way on stage.
Tiny fingers wrapped around my hand. First steps.
Ms. Khan, would you please join us on stage to present the certificates to the class of Upper 6?
Scraped on knees and birthday candles. Backpack bigger than your frame. First day nerves and brave goodbyes. Nothing's ever been the same. When did all those years go by? Blinked and now you're standing tall. Time moved on, but in my heart I saved it. I saved it all. I still see the little you in every single thing you do. Standing there
Justin Ali.
but I see the kid through it all. The world sees who you become, but I still see where you started from. Look at you now, look how you
Vishal Bali. Pooja Budu. Delana Duki. Kiara Durant. Brandy Hicks. Kiran Jagan. Tyrell Jones. Gabriel Joseph. Daniel Lakan. Dalian Luke. Aidan Lachman. Sebastian Mahabir. Sonia Makan. Adriana Mangal Singh. Jaden Mirage. Chevelle Macano. Christian Mohammed. Priscilla Munsami. Aditi Ramlal.
seems like yesterday you were so small.
Aidan Rangasamy.
Holding my hand, walking down the hall.
Tristan Samuel.
First day of school, you waved goodbye.
Natalia Suknanan.
But I saw you cry. And the years went by like pages.
And Anisha Sukram.
Now I'm standing here watching you begin.
All right, let us congratulate all the Form 5 and Form 6 graduates.
And that would conclude all the graduates. Let's hear it one more time for all our graduating students. We now have some entertainment for you. If we look to your right, depending on where you are sitting, you will see our lovely students all ready to play for you. Who are these students? These are members of the Waterloo Secondary School Pan Ensemble. They are led by none other than our dear music teacher, Mr. Ansel John. Some of these students are in Form 1. Some of them are all the way up to Form 4. Many of them used to be Form 5 and Form 6 students. Let us hear it for the Waterloo Secondary School Pan Ensemble.
And all who've gone before us, and all who will believe, will sing the song of ages to the Lamb. Your name is the highest, your name is the greatest, your name stands above them all. All thrones and dominions, all powers and positions, your name stands above them all.
And the angels cry, holy, all creation cries, holy, you are lifted high, holy, holy forever.
If you've been forgiven, and if you've been redeemed, sing the song of ages to the Lamb. And if you walk in freedom, and if you bear His name, sing the song of ages to the Lamb.
We'll sing the song forever and
amen.
And the angels cry, holy, all creation cry, holy, you are lifted high, holy,
Holy forever. Hear your people sing.
Look at you now. Look at you now. I remember when you were so small, couldn't even reach the door at all. Now you're standing tall, cap and gown, the whole world waiting. Look at you now. Every late night, every early morning, every time you fell but kept on going. I was watching, I was there.
Thank you very much, Pan Ensemble, led by Mr. John. So, students and our guests, we have just 2 more items on today's program. So we're almost at the end. I know some of you all are a bit nervous. Some of you are a bit hungry. Don't worry yourself. We're almost at the end. At this stage, we would now like to recognize some of our honored guests. We recognize 3 honored guests here today. Our first honored guest, she has retired after serving as an educator. You see, behind every successful school, there are educators whose dedication leave a lasting impression on generations of students. This afternoon, we take just a few moments to recognize 3 of these remarkable individuals. They have provided years of service to our institution. First, we'd like to honor our dear maths teacher, Miss Andrea Rambaransing. I'd like to invite Kiara Durant, who will be doing a little tribute to Miss. So Kiara, the floor is all yours.
Today, the class of 2026 wants to recognize a very special teacher, Ms. Rambaransing. Though she left Waterloo Secondary before we finished our Form 6 journey, her impact on us remains unforgettable. For me, she made mathematics come alive. She recognized my potential, built my confidence, and ultimately inspired me to pursue pure maths at the Form 6 level. Beyond the classroom lessons, what we remember the most is her incredible dedication. She never skipped a class, always showing up for us with true commitment. As we stand here today at our graduation, ready to step into the next chapter of our lives, we realize that the lessons Ms. Rambaransing taught us extended far beyond the textbooks. She modeled integrity, resilience, and a passion for excellence that we will carry with us into the world. She didn't just teach us formulas. She showed us what it means to be dedicated to a purpose. Ms. Rambaransing, you have left a lasting legacy at this school. Thank you for the strong foundation you built so many for us. We wish you joy, relaxation, and the very best in your well-deserved retirement. Thank you.
The next person we want to recognize is someone who retired not so long ago. She was, I still say is, because we see her all the time, a dedicated visual arts teacher, a visionary. So I'll invite Mr. Shane Hansen Mohammed as he honors Miss Colleen Smith. Mr. Hansen.
So good morning again, students. Good morning to administration, parents, our graduating class again for the second time. When preparing this to speak today, one specific word kept echoing through my mind. The phenomenal person we are honoring today, by definition, could be named a stalwart. You all may be hearing that word for the first time, stalwart. And by definition, a stalwart is a person who is exceptionally loyal, reliable, hardworking, and someone who stands for a sturdy, unwavering pillar of support. If you all know Miss Smith, you all know Miss Smith is that pillar of support, especially when some of the graduating class come to the art room and a button is missing, or if you need someone to talk to. For nearly 2 decades, that is what Miss Smith has been to Waterloo Secondary School. If you look back on the tapestry of her career, her dedication to molding young minds spans over 3 decades. She began her path of service at St. Mary's Home from 1989 to 1992. What followed was years of service, firstly at VTC in 1992, then Easter Escalia Anglican from 1994 to 95, and then returning to St. Mary's Children's Home from 1995 to 2006. After which, she served some time at Bonaire Secondary, and then she found her true home here right with us at Waterloo Secondary School. That was from 2007 to 2025. Miss Smith anchored our visual arts department with grace, passion, and unmatched devotion to her students. On a deeply personal note, this moment is incredibly surreal for me, as years ago I sat exactly where you, the graduates, sat. Not as just a student, but as a student of Miss Smith. She was my Form 6 teacher right here at Waterloo, where she nurtured my passion, pushed my creativity, and taught me what it truly means to be an educator that I am today. Today, the canvas has come full circle, and I have the absolute privilege of standing in her former footsteps as one of Waterloo Secondary's art teachers. Every day I step into the art room, I carry lessons, patience, a lot of patience, and the standard of excellence that she has left behind. I'm a living product, as she says, I'm a living product of her legacy. Miss Smith, you have officially retired last year, but a teacher like you, as we saw throughout this term, never really leaves Waterloo. So on behalf of the staff, students, and entire Waterloo Secondary School family, we want to present you with a token of our immense gratitude and appreciation, and thank you for being a stalwart, our mentor, and most importantly, our friend. We wish you a beautiful, restful, and deeply inspired retirement. Let's give a massive round of applause to Ms. Smith.
And the third person that we recognize here today is Mrs. Anissa Ramlal. Now, Anissa hasn't retired, unlike the other 2 persons that we spoke about. Anissa has been, I should say Miss Ramlal, all right? Miss Ramlal has been promoted to Dean at Arangwes North Secondary. All right, and we have a few persons who would like to say some kind words on behalf of Miss Ramlal. So I will first invite Mr. Foster, and then we have some other persons who would like to speak.
Good afternoon, everyone.
I have here a message from the head of the Business and Technology Education Department, Ms. Bandu. Unfortunately, she couldn't be here today, right? This is the department that Ms. Ramlal was a part of. It's hard to say it was a part of. We still feel like she is a part of the school. Today, as we pause to recognize and celebrate a remarkable member of the Waterloo Secondary School family, Miss Anissa Ramlal. Ms. Ramlal embarks on a new chapter in her career following her appointment as a dean at Arangwes North Secondary School. We take this opportunity to express our heartfelt gratitude for the many years of dedicated service she has given to Waterloo Secondary School. Since joining our staff in 2003, she has touched the lives of countless students throughout her commitment as a technology education and a food and nutrition and health teacher. Since serving as acting dean from 2018, she has also provided steadfast leadership, guidance, and support to both students and staff. Although we will miss her, we are immensely proud of her achievement and wish her every success and happiness in her new role. So, of course, Ms. Ramlal, we wish you all the best, and we hope that we will see you back at our school at some time in the future, perhaps in a more elevated position. You know, we look forward to that. So thanks again to Ms. Ramlal. We have some of her students who felt the need, they had to come up here and they had to say something, because for those of you all who know Ms. Ramlal, she always has a bunch of students around her with her, helping her, and so on, right? So I'll pass you on to the students of the Food and Nutrition and Health class.
Pleasant good morning to our principal, vice principal, our specially invited guests, our dear parents, and the highlights of this morning, fellow graduates.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you, Miss, for dedicating your time to us. Thank you for the days you gave up your lunch, your break, and even time at home, as well as your free periods, just to work with us. Thank you for pushing thank you for pushing us and encouraging us to do our best. Thank you for all the laughter, all the buffs, and all the love. You were not just a teacher to us, but you were a mother. I want to give a special thank you for pushing and encouraging me at times when I felt like giving up. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for being a role model and a mother figure, not just to me, but to so many others.
A heartfelt thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and for never giving up on us. Words cannot explain how grateful we are that you are part of our lives. You made a big difference, and I hope you get to make that same difference for others just as you did for us. So again, thank you, Miss, not just for being a teacher, but for being you, the nurturing and loving person that you are. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. I will end this by saying, good luck on your upcoming journey. Continue to be the loving person that you are, and please don't forget us, me especially. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. I will be reading a poem that I wrote for Miss. Today, as we stand with caps held high, ready to spread our wings and fly, yet as we reach this milestone new, our hearts look back with thanks to you. You saw our strengths before we did, encouraged dreams we sometimes hid. With every lesson, every smile, you made each challenge feel worthwhile. You somehow knew when minds would stray and found a joke to light the way. A knowing glance, a cheerful grin, and just like that, we'd focus again. You taught us more than facts and grades. You shaped the people we've become today. With kindness, patience, and a caring heart, you showed us every ending is a start. Though now we leave these halls behind, your words will echo in our minds. In every step and dream we pursue, we'll carry lessons learned from you. So as we graduate today, there's one thing we'd like to say. Thank you for believing in us when we doubted ourselves, for celebrating every success, and for reminding us that learning is about far more than books. Your guidance has left footprints on our hearts that time can never erase. And if life ever hands out report cards, we'd hope we'd make you proud, because every success we achieve will always carry a little piece of you. Congratulations to the class of 2026, and congrats on your promotion, Ms. Ramlal. You will be missed. And now we present this token to you as a symbol of our appreciation from your food and nutrition class of 2026.
All right. Thank you very much, students. And I saw Ms. Ramlal ready to head off there, but no, you have to wait a little while again because we have some further presentations for Ms. Ramlal.
Ms. Ramlal, on behalf of the Form 3 level teachers, we'd like to say thank you for your dedication, your unwavering support and devotion to both staff and students. And also congratulations on your promotion. There can't be another you, right?
All right, thank you to all of the Form 3 Form teachers. And Ms. Ramlal, don't go. Wait right here, right? Because we have Ms. Bechu coming forward to present something else. All right, and this is on behalf of the management of the school. We recognize the work that she has done as a dean, as an acting dean, in helping us to be able to maintain the order in the school. So thank you very much, Miss. And there's one more again, right? So Ms. Ramlal, Mr. Gobin will be coming forward to present a token of our appreciation. This will be on behalf of the staff, student, management, everybody in the school. Thank you very much for your service at our school. All right, yes, Ms. Ramlal, you can go now. Thank you very much. All right, and I noticed, when I was saying my little bit about Ms. Ramlal, she was there sitting, holding it together, right? But as soon as the students started to speak, the tears started flowing, and that just shows the dedication of the teachers to the students. So again, thank you to Ms. Ramlal, and thank you to Ms. Smith as well for your dedicated service over the years. I'll pass you back to Mr. Nanlal.
Thank you very much, Mr. Foster. All right, so one more thing. Well, two more, 1.5. Somewhere on your chairs, maybe to the side, maybe underneath, there's a little sticker. Check and see if you find a little sticker by your chair. You see this on some of the chairs. I ain't tell you how much. Parents, you too in this, right? You will see something that says 2026. If you discover that sticker in your chair, it's supposed to be discreet. Pull it out and bring it to Miss Ramnanan Singh here. This is courtesy Samaya Sewalia's mother, and it is courtesy Nutrimix, and you will be entitled to 2 small hampers we have here. So if anyone locates that sticker, you are welcome to come on stage. Check good, eh? Because we know it there. We saw it this morning. One on this side and one on that side. I can't be more specific. So we found one, and one more is outstanding. On the back of the chair, most likely. Somewhere on that side. Maybe you pulled it up by mistake and you didn't know, eh? Okay, so no one has found that sticker? Someone found it? Are you sure? False alarm.
As every memorable occasion draws gracefully to a close, it is fitting that we pause to acknowledge those whose dedication and hard work made today's celebration possible. It is now my pleasure to invite Mrs. Hema Singh Ramisa to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. All protocols observed. It is my absolute privilege to deliver the vote of thanks today. Expressing gratitude on an occasion of this magnitude is a humbling task, as I want to ensure we recognize every single individual who contributed to making this event a resounding success. To ensure that no one is omitted, I will speak to our collective appreciation rather than calling individual names. Today has been a beautiful celebration of hard work, resilience, and success. First and foremost, I would like to thank God, for without His blessings, nothing is possible. I wish to extend a special thank you to our distinguished guest speaker for your inspiring words. Your message today has given our graduates a compass to navigate the next chapter of our lives. To our dedicated staff, both teaching and non-teaching, as well as the graduation committee, you have worked tirelessly, going beyond the call of duty to make this event a success. For your unwavering commitment, we say thank you. To the chairpersons and entertainers, a job well done. Without you, our celebration today would not have been a success. To the parents, guardians, and families of our graduates, thank you. Thank you for partnering with Waterloo Secondary, for your endless sacrifices, and for being the rock upon which these young adults stand. This victory is just as much yours as it is theirs. Last, but certainly not least, to the graduating class of 2026, you entered Waterloo Secondary School with dreams, and today you leave with achievements. Thank you for your school spirit and the legacy you leave behind. As you step out into the world, remember to carry forward the core values of discipline and perseverance that you learned here. And finally, to everyone present today, thank you for your time, your presence, your positive energy, which made this ceremony a resounding success. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
So now we come to the last thing. I know I keep saying I love it 3 times ago, right? So it's time for the graduation song. Yes? No? Any Chronics fan in the house? All right. So the lyrics are in your program, your little package that you all receive. So you can check it out. Open up your little bag. That is the package. And the lyrics for the song is in that, Form 5 and Upper 6 students. And we will ask only the graduating students. To all the Form 5s and the Upper 6 students, we'll ask you all to stand as we sing our graduating song. Mr. DJ, you know what to do.
When I look at where I'm coming from, I know I'm blessed, and I close my eyes and smile. Sometimes I feel like the richest man in Babylon, and I've done my best, so everything's alright inside. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this, I'm blessed, oh man. With my 2 hands in the air as far as I can. Far from home, but I'll find my way. I follow my heart, I know I'll be found someday. While I'm lost, I learn and live. What do you say? Let's have a good time until that day. Oh, every morning, I rise, I stare at the sun. I know it is a blessing. So when the evening comes, I lift up my eyes to this.
So one house announcement. Students who have paid the photographer, when we are finished, please check with the photographer for your individual photos. Okay, and when it's time to collect refreshments, the students will be collecting for their parents. But we tell you how that's happening just now, right? So, at this time, parents, we invite you to stand. We invite all able-bodied persons to please stand. Stretch your legs if you can. Now, usually at this time, because they're wearing a gown, because they're wearing a cap, we'll ask them to switch the tassel from one side to the next, right? But I have a better suggestion. How about on the count of 3, we toss our caps into the air? Could that work for you all? Photographer, are you ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Vibes! I present to you the graduating students of 2026 Waterloo Secondary School. So students, with our DJ's music, we are exiting through the middle entrance to the back. We are beginning class by class, beginning with 5A. Oh, sorry. No. Pan,
We'll begin with the Form 6 first. Pan on Psalm, take it away.
Right, so when you are leaving, you're exiting through the middle entrance, students, and you are coming back inside to collect the refreshments for your parents. So students, you will collect for your parents, and then you will redistribute to your parents. So you're exiting, and then you're coming back through the front entrance. Take it away, Mr. John. All right, so students and parents, if you are interested in purchasing graduation tickets for the ball tomorrow night, please check Miss Ramnanan Singh. She have them on special, 300 for one, 2 for 600. So you buy one and you get another for the same price. And of course, you can check Mr. Shane Hansen Mohammed with the Alumni Association. Please join the alumni. And do not forget, there is free resume writing course being put on by the Alumni Association.